So, okay, basically I have 15 minutes. So I'm not even gonna start with the introduction, but chapter one would be based on my childhood, my mother, my father, and my siblings. So when I say my childhood, I mean when I remember. I'm gonna tell some things that I remember growing up. Some things I remember was from my dad's perspective. Like, let me talk about my dad first because we don't have many memories together, so it's be easier to get him out of the way. From what I recall and stories I was told, from my mother and my father, I am the oldest. My mother only has 2 kids by my dad. And that's me and my little sister. Well, my middle sister. That's the 2 of us. And I'm the oldest. Things I do remember was like, one thing that stood out the most was one time, me and my sister, he moved to Pennsylvania, and he was like, Dad'll be back. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come and visit and stuff like that. So we're like, yay. Like, we couldn't wait for him to come to visit because we knew it was always gonna be toys. He would always buy us a bunch of sugary crap. So the kids like sodas, juices, stuff the parents don't usually give you all the time. Like how I am with my daughter. Like my daughter, I give her, sweet stuff. I don't overly do it. But, it's like, and it seemed like when it came from the other parent, it was like just extra because, you didn't see them all the time. So you were like really excited to see him. Then one day he came and he's like, I'm gonna run to the store. I'll be back. I'm gonna just go and get y'all some snacks. But we was watching a movie. I remember that. We were watching a movie. He was like, I'm gonna go and get some snacks. So like, what y'all want? So we in there, we making our little orders and stuff that we want. And he's like, all right, I'll be back. He goes, and he took forever to come back. So the next, morning we wake up, he's there. So we're like, okay, no problem. Like, then what happened? Oh, he's like, get dressed. I'm gonna take y'all out. We're gonna go out and spend the day together. So I remember my mother getting us dressed, fixing our hair, putting on our clothes, making us look really nice, and things of that sort. And we waited, and we waited, and we waited, we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and he never came. And I was like, I didn't want to believe that he wasn't going to come back. So I said, we had a great cheer. I remember this. We lived in Bushwick, Brooklyn, Bushwick or whatever. Like middle of Bush, like not the middle of Bush, like just heading into Bushwick. So we was like to the style, like they say once you cross that J train over, you in bed style, but then when you go back, it's like you're in Bushwick. So we was on the J line, so we was literally right by the J train. We could see the J train. When we put our head out the window, we saw it. It's right there. So we lived in like a railroad type apartment, which means it went straight back. There wasn't like any turns, nothing. Like you just come straight in the house, this kitchen, living room, our room, my mom's room. So my mother's room, it was the front of the house. And she had this big gray single grandfather chair, looked like. And we would sit there and we would look out the window sometimes. So that day I sat with my coat on the entire day, waiting for him to come, waiting. He never showed up. My mother's like, I guess she didn't want to make me feel sad. She was like, why did you take the coat on? And I sat there with my coat on, and I never took it off, and I waited. And then another memory is when, last memory that I can recall when I was little was when I went to a funeral with my my stepfather. With my father, and I don't think I've seen him in years or months or whatever, and it was like Okay, now I'm seeing you at a funeral. It's pretty weird because now you could play. It wasn't like, nobody really in the mood. So having a dad in my life was pretty non-existent, like biological father. I do remember going out there to visit sometimes, but then it's like when we did go out there to visit, we wasn't with him. We were his girlfriend, we was with my grandmother. We were never really just with him by ourselves to hang out and get to know who your dad is. Like, you have to get to know. Okay, it's supposed to maybe your parent, but you have to get to know that parent. You know what I mean? You can't just sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm the dad, so now you know me. You have to get to know your child. You know what I mean? So the relationship between me and my dad is pretty non-existent. Again, I do remember going out there, but it wasn't nothing that I felt that I could hold on to that much and cherish memories as a child. But with my mom, she used to work all the time. And then if she was working, she always had her business to take us. So we went to the circus, we went, to the zoo, to McDonald's. As a kid, going to McDonald's, that was a fun trip because you don't really get McDonald's like that back in the day. These days, it's different. You know what I mean? But back in the day, it was like a treat to go to McDonald's. It's like you knew, like, oh my god, like if we get out to these McDonald's after school type of thing. So that was some great memories of my mom, like going to McDonald's, always going to do something. We was never really in the house that much. Although she did work, it was like we didn't really want her to go to work, but it was like if she did work, who was gonna take care of us? You know what I mean? Like our dad knew he wasn't gonna do it, so we would get my grandmother's house. A lot of the times we would spend time with siblings. With cousins. We would play hide and go seek. I had like a pretty normal childhood growing up. Like we would have big Thanksgiving dinners, big Christmas dinners. On the weekends we would go for on the weekends we would do the like on Fridays, I believe it was. We would either Fridays or Saturdays. We would have we would do what would we do? Game nights at my grandparents' house. And what we do, we play bingo. My grandma, she would pull out the big table, huge table, right? And what she would do was she would pull out the big table, and then she would be in the kitchen, frying fish or chicken, a bunch of food, and all the grandkids and stuff would come over. And then she had like this thing on the floor, and it was a bunch of prizes that she would collect every time. So it was so many prizes that we could win. So anytime anybody won in bingo, we'd be like, bingo, all right, go over there and pick a prize. And we go over there, we would pick prizes. It was either candy or toys. The children had stuff for the parents too, so the parents could join in and have fun too. We used to have so much fun growing up. I literally had not the perfect childhood, because I didn't have the active parents, but at the end of the day, it did hurt. Because when you were growing up, I had a cousin, she had her dad. My other cousin, her dad, was near. But, at the end of the day, it was like family stuff made up for what I felt was missing in my life. You know what I mean? But the relationship between me and my sister, that's a different story. And I feel like it would get more into it as my story evolves, because it's a lot to tell from my perspective. I'm not basically telling the story from everybody else's perspective. It's from mine and what I know, what I heard, or what I felt. But when me and my sister was little, I thought we had a lot of fun growing up. But just like any other sibling, we would fight, scream at each other. Do all sorts of stuff to each other. That's my sister. We fought. Run the fight. I did see that we were kind of treated differently. Because it's like my sister, she did cry. I remember her doing a lot of crying. So sometimes I would be the one to go hang out with my mother, and my sister still be like the one to go to my grandmother's house, over the. And it was like, oh, I used to hear like, oh, treat here. I mean, it's different, it's treat here and it's 40 here, but you don't, the same things and stuff like that. And growing up, I never really thought about one child being treated different than the other. I just knew that Nisha did cry a lot. So my mother did kind of split us up because I guess she felt like, I didn't cry. She said, I was fun to hang out with. That's how I feel about Peyton. She's my only child, but, Peyton is pretty funny. Oh, disclaimer, I don't know my baby name the book, but I do feel like, my baby's fun to hang out with sometimes when she ain't bugging me about prom and stuff, or whatever, but, I don't know if it is true to have a favorite child. Peyton is my only child. I wouldn't know. We felt like I always have two kids behind each other. I wouldn't know if that favoritism situation would have kicked in, but as far as I know, me and my sister, we had a pretty healthy relationship. Growing up, we never really fought and stuff like that. Not until she got a little bit older, and like we had a little fights. Like I'm talking about real serious fights. Those fights didn't happen until we got older. But as far as growing up and stuff, we had pretty basic, normal relationships with our siblings. I didn't have any traumatic experience when I was a kid. All that stuff happened later on in life. And this stuff started happening when I reached the age of, I want to say, how old was I? 10 years old. And that's when things started getting hot and heavy and it turned my life around actually. And it seems like now that I'm starting to speak more about it, now I can see why I'm so hurt in my life, growing up now as an adult. But I will not be able to finish that on this side because I only paid 15 minutes. So I'm going to stop this, but I will continue my second part after lunch and everything like that. But I believe that I can definitely get that part today. Maybe not get a full day of it, but just basically the clip notes version of events in my life that I probably want to write down in my book that I may forget. That I may forget. So I'm trying to start, and this is for the first chapter of clip notes. I'm not sure if I want to do a diary entry type of book or what. I feel like with those, you have to kind of bring it way back to like the year. Of course, I'm not doing everything is not going to be the exact date, exact time, and stuff like that. I could probably give an exact year, but not the exact date. So it's something that